Well, hello there. Let's mute this. I kind of hope I get interrupted during this video, and I kind of hope I don't. I'm waiting on a phone call. I'm watching Barbecue Pitmasters. There's not really much on TV right now. There's seems to never be much of anything on TV. There's like, this thing has almost every channel you can think of, and there isn't anything on. Like, why do people pay so much money a month for TV? So just chilling back here in my bed. I got the windows open because it's like I'm just letting this bitch air out, because like it can get kind of like stale air in here after a while. But the TA that I'm at, the restaurant is closed, so they'll make like little dinners and put them in the cooler, and you can go heat them up. So that's what I have here, is like sirloin tips and noodles or something. It was $8. Let me get a swig of my milk here. I have a gallon of milk. Nice. I got a gallon of milk in my thing here. I got tired of spending $3 on like a little like one-time container of milk whenever you can buy a whole gallon for $3. I was like, well, I got enough room in my cooler, and I drink a lot of milk, so I'll just buy a gallon. But so I paid for a shower, which is like against my religion. But man, I was feeling so nasty. It was really hot in the south, down around Oklahoma, Texas, those places I was at. It was getting up like 80, 90 degrees down there, and I was getting pretty ripe. I've been having issues getting showers. I'm gonna have to like change up my trip planning, and start, like, what I've been doing on my trip plan is I've been trying to stop for the night at TA and Petro, because they have the better food. Flying J is decent, but TA, Petro, especially Petro has the best food by far. But I'm gonna have to change it up, because most of these TA and Petros are getting to the point where their restaurants are closed. They don't even have a good food anymore. So it's kind of pointless for me to route to these places. I can't shower at the TA Petros because we never fuel. Well, I won't say we never fuel, but we don't fuel enough at TA and Petro. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me, but I'm going to set the phone down to where I think it's going to be pointed at me. So I'm going to have to change up how I'm doing my trip plans, because I've got to take more showers than what I'm doing right now. Because if I go more than like a day or two without a shower, I just start to feel really nasty, and I'm embarrassed to like go into shippers and receivers. I'm afraid that I'm going to stink. And like, I paid $14 to shower here at the TA, because it's been today's Friday. I think Wednesday was the last time I had a shower. Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember which. But everything's going pretty good right now. I was so tired when I got here last night. I went to bed as soon as I got here. Well, actually, it was this morning. I got here at 5 a.m. and people were just starting to clear out the parking lot, so there were 3 or 4 spots open when I got here. I really like that schedule. I would actually prefer like ending my day at about 7, maybe 8 a.m., maybe even 9 or 10 a.m., depending on whether or not it's in a city or not. I don't want to be driving through a city at 9 or 10 a.m., but ending my shift out in the middle of nowhere at 9 or 10 a.m., yeah, that'd be good. Basically start driving like 8, 10 o'clock at night or something. That'd be perfect. I'm going to have to think about that when I do my schedule next week. But everything's working out really well. Got here really tired when I got here, so pretty much went straight to sleep. Oh, parking. The very first spot that I tried to get into, I gave up on. what the deal was is that I was set up perfect for the spot. I was backing in perfect to the spot. And I knew it whenever I set up for the spot that it might be challenging to get into the spot because of a dumbass CRST driver that didn't back in all the way. He was like almost a full tractor length out in his from where he was supposed to be in his spot. Now I could have gotten into the spot. Like, I was set up into the spot perfect. I was like 3 or 4 feet into the spot already, but I didn't have any room out here to straighten out my tractor because of CRST's dumbass. Just left their tractor out in the middle of the fucking road. Now, I could have gotten into the spot, but I might have had to reset up. I don't know. I may have possibly had to reset up. I might have been able to somehow wiggle my way in there, but there were several other spots open, and there was basically a straight back spot down at the end of the row, and I was like, the only bad thing about the straight back spot was it was like the furthest spot away from the building. But this isn't a very big parking lot, so furthest spot away from the building is probably only 100, maybe 150 yards away from the building. So not that big of a deal. It's not like it's a 2-mile walk or anything. So I just, as soon as I got into the spot and like I got into that position, I just thought for a second, and I was like, this isn't worth it. There's a much easier spot, and I don't want to sit here for 5 or 10 minutes trying to wiggle it in and then find out that I can't get it in. I'm going to have to reset up, and I don't want to spend like 15, 20 minutes getting into this damn spot because this dumbass CRST. So I just gave up on the spot, drove down to the end, U-turned, and came down here. Sorry. And then came down here to the spot that I'm in, just straight back into this bitch, and called it a night. For some reason, I couldn't sleep. I think part of it had to do with all of the fucking messages that I received today. I am going to need to figure out something on how to mute alerts from our Driver Hub application on my phone. Because there are times when I want to hear the alerts and there are times when I don't. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to mute it when I'm sleeping or something, because I use the phone for an alarm, so I can't just like turn the phone off. The phone has to have sound and be on and everything to wake me up. But the messages that they send, and they send a lot of fleet messages, not as many as some carriers. Like whenever I drove for Swift like 15 years ago, I'd probably get 10 to 20 messages a day, at least. I probably get, on average, about 5 messages per day, roughly. And almost none of them have anything to do with me. They're all fleet shit, bullshit. There's some stuff they send out, like weather messages every day. One of the driver manager assistants sends out good morning messages every day. That's the one that woke me up the first time. And you know, they just basically send out a bunch of messages. I think that's the reason I couldn't sleep for shit. And I only slept for about 4 or 5 hours. And I woke up and I was wide awake because I woke up and I read the message to see what in the hell it was, and couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to mute that Driver Hub. There's a fucking tow truck circling the lot right now. I don't know if he's looking for a parking spot or if he's looking for a customer. But he's circling the lot, and he's looking at the trucks of the lot like he's here to do some business. So since I got up, there were 2 things that I wanted to accomplish here. One was a shower, and 2 was getting that marker light fixed, because I'm going to drop this trailer at Walmart about 45 miles away from here, and I don't want to drop it with a marker light that's not properly mounted. I don't want to do that to somebody. So I'm still on my 10-hour break. I've still got like an hour and 15 minutes left on it, and they should be calling me to go into the shop any minute now. I already took a shower, and I've already got a pre-plan for my next load. I don't know how to feel about my next load. They're getting me right back to Oklahoma, but it's going to some place called Frederick, Oklahoma. And it's a heavy fucking load. So it's 1,000 miles getting back to Oklahoma. So it's probably going to be on this week's paycheck. I think I can deliver it on Saturday. It's Frederick, Oklahoma, which is right on the Texas border in southwest Oklahoma. I've never been down in that area. I don't know what the roads are like down in that area. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So we'll see how fun that drive is. And I think the whatever the hell it is that I'm hauling, I'm gonna have to review the notes before I go there. But I got a message with the load that said that I have to have a scale ticket, an empty scale ticket, before I go there. So I'm gonna have to like stop at a cat scale and weigh myself empty before I go there, which tells me that they're gonna put as much fucking weight as they possibly can on me, and they want to know what my empty weight is so that they can determine how much they can possibly put on me. That kind of pisses me off. I don't like running at 80,000 pounds. There is a huge difference in how these trucks handle in just a couple thousand pounds. Like 80,000 pounds versus 75,000 pounds, there's a massive difference in how these trucks handle. Like they're stopping, they're starting, just how they feel, everything. So I'm not too thrilled about the weight of this load. But hey, it is what it is. I'm only gonna have it for 2 days, and it's getting me where I need to be. And hopefully they don't get stupid with me again this weekend and have me sitting there in Frederick for like 8 to 10 hours while they find me a load, and then they give me, I have to argue with them, and then they finally just tell me to go home. Once I make this delivery, I'm gonna tell them basically I'm gonna drive home, and I'm gonna message them. I'm not gonna be rude about it. I'm gonna message them. I'm gonna say something like, "Hey, if you guys don't have any loads available right now, then I'm just gonna deadhead home. Check and let me know if you got something." Something along those lines. I don't want to sit there because they can't fucking find loads on the weekend. It's really hard to find loads on the weekend, and they're not going to find a load out of Frederick, Oklahoma. They're going to find something out of Dallas. And it's going to, basically, if I have to go pick up a load out of Dallas, it probably is not going to pick up until Sunday sometime, or maybe even Monday. And that's going to, have me sitting around for another couple of days. They do really stupid shit with the trip planning like that. I could just go home and take a 34, but instead they'll give me a load where I have to sit and wait for a day in Dallas and then drive to my house and take a 34. Really stupid trip planning like that, where I just take an extra day off in the week. So I'm going to pressure them into just driving straight to Oklahoma City from Frederick after I make the delivery. With it being 1,000 miles, I think Frederick is probably within 2 hours of Oklahoma City. With it being a 1,000-mile load, I should be able to do 70 to 80% of the load. Well, maybe not that much, because I have to use some of my hours today to make this delivery. And it's a live load. So I'm going to be running up against my 14 today, because I'm going to have to burn time dropping and hooking at Walmart and then I'm gonna have to burn time on a live load at this shithole. I'm not thrilled about this load. I'm quite pissed off at the load that they got me. I really hate hauling max weight. Everything's slower whenever you're hauling max weight. You have to slow down more for turns. You have to slow down more for everything. It takes a lot longer to get up to speed. It is really, I hate hauling max weight. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna hop off here, and TA should be calling me any second to pull into a bay. I hope they get me in and out really quick, and then I'm gonna go make this delivery to Walmart, and then I'm gonna go pick up. I think the place I'm picking up from is only like an hour away. It's not too terribly far from where the Walmart I'm delivering to. It's somewhere in Wisconsin. I can't remember the name of the town. And I'm going to grab that. Basically, I'm probably going to be taking the exact same route back down to Oklahoma. Where the hell did I pick this load up at? Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Yeah, that's where I picked it up at. So I'm going back to the same damn place, except from northeast Oklahoma. This time I'm going to southwest Oklahoma, the opposite side of Oklahoma. But this could end up being a good week. Not a great week, but given that Kimberly Clark basically fucked my first 2 days of the week, it's a miracle that I'm going to be able to get 3,000 miles a week, or 3,000 miles again this week. So that basically means that everything past my first load that basically took 2 days to do 600 miles, 700 miles, something like that, Kimberly Clark really screwed me over. But this load should put me at about 3,200 miles for the week, and I should be able to deliver it on Saturday. I'm going to have to double check the trip. I'm going to be a little salty if I can't deliver it on Saturday. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.